why can't the French stop the boats? Now, last week, in what was probably a staged incident, some French police did go and sink a dinghy in small waters with a Stanley knife, and it solved the problem for all of an hour or so anyway. It certainly stopped these folk coming across. And people will say, why can't the French just do more of that? And it's a valid complaint at some level. But think about it this way. If you're a French official, okay, these people are only on your beach because they're trying to get to Britain. And they're only trying to get to Britain because Britain is allowing it. Britain is allowing these people to cross. So long as we are members of the UN Refugee Convention, we are obliged to let these people try to claim asylum. We can't punish them. We should be able to, but we can't. Not only that, but we do have a political class which in the last 50 years has developed in such a way to mollycoddle these people, to give them, to take their concerns seriously, put it that way. So they're all trying to get to Britain. The only reason they're in France is to get to Britain. So why should the French lift a finger when they know that so long as Britain allows these people entry, there's always going to be thousands upon thousands upon thousands of these young men making it to the coast of France? If I was a French official, I would say, I'm not doing anything until Britain sorts itself out. I'm not here to solve the problem that Britain has created. Okay, so at the moment, the French won't stop the boats seriously, regardless of how much money we give them, because they quite rightly see it all as Britain's fault. And they know that the people in Calais are only in Calais to get to Britain because they've been drawn into France by the promise of getting to Britain. Therefore, why should the French lift a finger? Why should they lift a finger when Britain does nothing to disincentivize this traffic? Why should France do the hard work? It's Britain that's causing the issue. It's Britain's fault that they're in France in the first place. However, I believe that once Britain does properly clamp down, and once Britain is seen to be serious and is no longer putting up with this, then the French will turn around and they'll say, okay, finally, now it's worth our while to get out of bed, to get serious, because we know that the British are not going to tolerate this any longer. So France, I think, will only get serious when Britain gets serious about stopping the pool of these people into France, which we can do when we leave the UN Refugee Convention and when we set up a new law that anybody entering via the channel gets fast-tracked to prison, regardless of what you claim is happening to you in your homeland. You'll go to prison and then you'll be sent back. And once we're out of the UN Refugee Convention, we won't need to care about whether it's a safe country or not. We can just send them back, which is what we should have been doing in the first place. And that will stop the traffic. People will just go, oh, it's not worth checking out Britain anymore. We may as well go to another country and try our chances there.